Do you feel invisible because you're quiet? What if your silence could become your greatest strength? In a noisy world that often celebrates loud voices and constant chatter, quiet individuals are sometimes misunderstood or overlooked. Yet, according to the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy, true strength lies not in the volume of your words, but in the calmness of your mind, the discipline of your actions, and the depth of your self-control. This article is your guide to transforming silence into a powerful tool that commands respect and admiration. By applying the principles of Stoicism, you'll discover how to exude confidence, maintain composure in conflict, and earn respect through meaningful actions rather than empty words. Are you ready to embrace your inner power and redefine how others perceive you? Comment, "I accept the challenge" below if you're ready to embark on this transformative journey. Together, let's unlock the strength within and prove that quietness is not a weakness, but an unparalleled strength waiting to be unleashed. Let's begin. 2.1. Harnessing the power of silence. Silence is often misunderstood. In a world that celebrates loud voices and constant chatter, being quiet is sometimes seen as a weakness, but in truth, silence can be your greatest strength. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, said, "Silence is a form of wisdom. It reflects self-control, emotional mastery, and an unshakable inner confidence that commands respect, without the need for excessive words." Imagine this. You're in a heated office meeting where tempers are flaring and accusations are being thrown around. While others raise their voices, you sit calmly, observing the dynamics. When it's finally your turn to speak, you respond with a clear, measured tone, offering a thoughtful solution. The room falls silent. Everyone listens. Your restraint in choosing not to engage in the chaos speaks volumes, creating an aura of strength that words alone cannot convey. Practicing silence isn't about avoiding conversations or shutting people out. It's about knowing when to listen and when to speak. In every interaction, there's immense value in allowing others to express themselves fully while you absorb their words. Listening 80% of the time and speaking only 20% doesn't mean you're passive. It shows you value understanding before responding. This creates a foundation of respect and mutual trust, both in personal relationships and professional environments. In fact, silence during conflict is a hallmark of emotional intelligence. Consider the example of a fictional conversation between two colleagues, Anna and James. Anna, upset over a missed deadline, confronts James aggressively. Instead of reacting defensively, James listens intently, maintaining steady eye contact. He nods occasionally, allowing Anna to vent. When she finishes, he calmly says, "I understand your frustration, Anna. Let's work together to ensure this doesn't happen again." His composure and thoughtful response diffuse the tension, leaving Anna both surprised and appreciative. This principle aligns deeply with Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to focus on what we can control, our reactions, not external provocations. Silence in this context becomes a shield, protecting us from unnecessary emotional entanglements. It allows us to pause, reflect, and choose the most constructive path forward. You might wonder, how do I practice silence effectively in my daily life? Start by dedicating just 5 minutes each day to mindful silence. Turn off your phone, sit in a quiet space, and simply observe your thoughts without judgment. This practice not only sharpens your focus, but also trains your mind to remain composed in challenging situations. When you're in conversations, resist the urge to interrupt or immediately offer your opinion. Instead, listen fully and respond thoughtfully. Have you ever tried using silence to resolve a conflict? Perhaps you refrained from escalating an argument with a family member or held back in a debate at work, choosing instead to observe and respond later. How did it feel? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to embrace the power of silence. Let's explore another scenario. Picture yourself at a networking event, surrounded by outgoing personalities eager to make their mark. As someone naturally reserved, you might feel overshadowed. But what if you leveraged your silence to stand out? Instead of vying for attention, you focus on asking insightful questions and truly listening to people's responses. When you do speak, your words carry weight because they stem from genuine curiosity and careful thought. Others leave the event remembering you not for your volume, but for the depth of your interactions. The power of silence also extends to building respect in leadership. Great leaders are not those who dominate every discussion, but those who create space for others to shine. By practicing active listening, they make their team feel valued and understood. Imagine a leader who begins each meeting with a moment of silence for everyone to gather their thoughts. This simple gesture fosters a sense of calm and focus, setting the tone for a productive session. This approach was exemplified by Mahatma Gandhi, a historical figure deeply admired for his quiet strength. Gandhi believed in the power of silence as a tool for self-reflection and decision-making. Before addressing large crowds or making critical choices, he would spend hours in silence, contemplating the best course of action. His deliberate, thoughtful communication earned him respect and inspired millions. As we reflect on these lessons, it's important to ask ourselves, are we using silence as a tool for growth and connection, or are we allowing noise to dominate our lives? Silence isn't just about withholding words. It's about creating space for clarity, wisdom, and authentic expression. Take a moment now to think about your interactions today. Was there a time when silence could have served you better? Could you have listened more, reacted less, or chosen your words more thoughtfully? If so, commit to making a change. Start by practicing silence intentionally in your next conversation. And don't forget to share your reflections in the comments. How did it feel to embrace silence? Did it change the outcome of your interaction? Finally, remember this: silence is not emptiness, it's power. It's the space where ideas are born, relationships are strengthened, and respect is earned. When you learn to harness the power of silence, you unlock a profound inner strength that no external force can shake. As Marcus Aurelius reminded us, wisdom doesn't require loud proclamations. It thrives in calm, deliberate action. So, are you ready to make silence your greatest ally? If so, comment, "I accept the challenge," and start practicing mindful silence today. Together, let's redefine what it means to be quiet, not as a limitation, but as a powerful, intentional choice that commands respect and admiration. 2.2. Leading through actions. Building on the strength of silence, let's explore an even more profound way to earn respect: leading through actions. Silence may demonstrate your self-control, but actions define your character. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely taught, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Actions, more than words, reveal your values and create lasting impressions. Imagine a workplace scenario where two colleagues, Emma and Jason, are tasked with presenting a project. Jason, confident and articulate, passionately outlines his ideas in meetings, but often misses deadlines. Emma, on the other hand, rarely speaks up. Instead, she focuses on delivering her work with precision, often exceeding expectations. Over time, the team grows to respect and rely on Emma, not for her words but for her unwavering commitment to excellence. Her consistent actions speak louder than any presentation ever could. This principle applies universally, whether it's fulfilling a promise, completing a task with care, or showing up when others might not. Your actions become a reflection of your integrity. People naturally gravitate toward those who demonstrate reliability and sincerity because actions create trust, the foundation of respect. Think about your own life. Have you ever admired someone who didn't speak much but always followed through? Perhaps it was a teacher who quietly supported their students, a friend who was always there when needed, or a colleague who consistently delivered quality work without seeking recognition. These individuals earn admiration not because of what they say, but because of what they do. A powerful way to practice this is by setting daily intentions. Each morning, take a few moments to identify 3 specific actions that align with your values. These actions don't have to be monumental. Small, meaningful steps are equally impactful. For example, you might decide to help a colleague with their workload, take time to listen attentively to a friend, or double-check your work to ensure its accuracy. These simple acts, when done consistently, build a reputation of reliability and integrity. To illustrate, let's consider the story of Thomas, a reserved employee who rarely contributed during meetings. While others voiced grand ideas, Thomas quietly took notes, researching the feasibility of each suggestion. Over months, his team began noticing that Thomas's recommendations, though understated, were consistently practical and effective. When a leadership position opened up, Thomas was the unanimous choice, not because he was the loudest voice in the room, but because his actions had proven his value time and again. The power of actions extends beyond the workplace. In personal relationships, showing up for loved ones, honoring commitments, and offering genuine support foster deeper connections. Picture a father promising his child to attend their school play. Despite a busy schedule, he makes it a priority, arriving early and cheering from the front row. This small action speaks volumes about his love and dedication, leaving a lasting impact on his child's heart. Epictetus reminds us that living by our principles is more effective than preaching them. Instead of telling someone you value honesty, show it through your transparency. Rather than claiming you're dependable, prove it by being there when it matters most. Over time, these actions build a legacy of respect that words alone can never achieve. Now let's make this interactive. What's one action you can take today to live true to your values? Perhaps it's offering help to someone in need, completing a task you've been procrastinating, or simply keeping a promise you made. Share your ideas in the comments below. Your commitment might inspire someone else to take action too. Even in moments of challenge, actions speak louder than words. Picture a fictional scenario. Lily, a soft-spoken project manager, faces criticism from her team after a client expresses dissatisfaction. Instead of deflecting blame or defending herself verbally, she reviews the feedback thoroughly, identifies areas for improvement, and implements changes. Her response not only resolves the issue, but also demonstrates accountability, earning her team's respect despite the initial criticism. Leading through actions doesn't mean staying silent forever. It's about ensuring that when you do speak, your words align with your behavior. This harmony between words and deeds amplifies your credibility and strengthens your influence. Another way to practice leading through actions is by embodying your values even when no one is watching. Acts of kindness, diligence, and integrity performed in private cultivate an authentic sense of self-respect, which naturally radiates outward. Marcus Aurelius wrote, Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Let this guide your actions, allowing them to reflect your true self. As you move forward, remember that small actions can have ripple effects. A simple thank you note to a coworker, holding the door open for someone, or staying calm in a tense situation might seem minor, but these gestures leave lasting impressions. They show others that you care, that you're mindful, and that you value their presence. So here's a challenge for you. Identify 3 actions you'll take today to embody your values. Write them down, commit to completing them, and notice the impact they have, not only on how others perceive you, but also on how you feel about yourself. And don't forget to share your progress in the comments. Your journey can inspire others to lead through actions as well. By choosing to act rather than merely speak, you set a powerful example for those around you. People will respect you not for what you promise, but for what you deliver. Your actions become your voice, speaking volumes about your character and values. In this way, you can lead with quiet strength, proving that even the softest voices can command the deepest respect. 2.3. Mastering eye contact. Building on the foundation of leading through actions, let's explore another silent yet impactful form of communication: eye contact. Your eyes, often called the windows to the soul, are a powerful tool to convey confidence, emotional control, and intent. They can speak volumes when words fall short, reinforcing the Stoic belief that calmness and composure command respect. In fact, maintaining steady eye contact is a testament to your ability to remain grounded, no matter the circumstances. Imagine you're in a high-stakes negotiation. The other party attempts to intimidate you with rapid speech and aggressive gestures. Instead of reacting, you hold a calm, steady gaze, signaling that you are neither threatened nor easily swayed. This simple act communicates confidence and control, shifting the power dynamic in your favor. The Stoics understood this principle well, emphasizing that our presence and demeanor often carry more weight than the words we speak. A steady gaze reflects an unwavering mind, a core tenet of Stoic philosophy. Consider the story of Sarah, a reserved project manager tasked with leading a critical presentation. Her voice is soft, and she doesn't rely on dramatic gestures to capture attention. Instead, she holds the gaze of her audience, pausing slightly between key points. The room falls silent, captivated by her presence. Through her steady eye contact, Sarah conveys confidence and authenticity, leaving a lasting impression. This demonstrates that you don't need to be the loudest person in the room to command respect. Sometimes a look is enough. Mastering eye contact begins with practice. Start by maintaining eye contact for 3 to 5 seconds during conversations. This balance allows you to appear engaged without overwhelming the other person. For example, when discussing a challenging topic with a colleague, steady eye contact paired with active listening signals that you value their input. Conversely, avoiding eye contact can unintentionally convey disinterest or discomfort. By consciously practicing this habit, you'll gradually build your confidence and presence in interactions. Eye contact is not only a tool for conveying confidence, but also a means of expressing empathy. Picture a scenario where a friend shares a personal struggle. Instead of offering immediate solutions or diverting the conversation, you maintain eye contact, silently assuring them that you're fully present. This simple act of attentiveness strengthens the bond between you, showing that you care deeply about their feelings. In Stoic terms, this is an embodiment of compassion, a virtue that fosters meaningful connections. In moments of conflict, eye contact becomes even more significant. Imagine a heated workplace debate where emotions run high. While others raise their voices or avert their gaze, you maintain a composed demeanor, locking eyes with those involved. This act doesn't just assert your presence, it projects emotional control and a willingness to engage constructively. People respect individuals who can remain calm under pressure, and steady eye contact reinforces this perception. For a more interactive perspective, let's consider a fictional dialogue. Colleague A: I don't see how your approach will work. It seems overly complicated. You, maintaining eye contact: I hear your concerns. Let's explore them together to ensure we find the best solution. In this exchange, your steady gaze shows that you're open to feedback while remaining confident in your perspective. This balance between assertiveness and receptivity creates an atmosphere of mutual respect. Now, let's shift to a broader context. Leaders throughout history have used eye contact to inspire trust and confidence. Think of Martin Luther King Jr., whose piercing gaze during speeches amplified the power of his words. His ability to connect with individuals in the crowd, even in moments of tension, was a testament to his emotional control and unwavering conviction. Similarly, Mahatma Gandhi's calm yet resolute gaze communicated his strength and determination, even in the face of immense adversity. To integrate this principle into your daily life, challenge yourself to use eye contact intentionally. When entering a room, make brief eye contact with those present, accompanied by a slight nod or smile. This simple gesture establishes a sense of connection and approachability. During conversations, use your gaze strategically, holding it longer when making key points and softening it when listening. Over time, you'll notice how this practice transforms the dynamics of your interactions. Have you ever experienced the power of eye contact in your own life? Perhaps you've felt a surge of confidence during a presentation or deepened a relationship through silent understanding. Reflect on these moments and share your insights in the comments below. Your stories might inspire others to embrace the power of presence. The beauty of mastering eye contact lies in its subtlety. Unlike grand gestures or loud proclamations, it operates quietly, underscoring your confidence and intent. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that matters." In the context of eye contact, your response to tension or uncertainty, whether through a steady gaze or a calm expression, speaks volumes about your character. As you practice this art, remember that it's not about perfection, but authenticity. Use your eyes to connect, reassure, and command attention. With time, you'll find that this simple yet profound skill becomes second nature, elevating your presence in both personal and professional settings. So, here's your challenge. The next time you're in a conversation or meeting, consciously maintain eye contact for 3 to 5 seconds at a time. Notice how it influences the tone of the interaction and the responses you receive. Share your experience in the comments, what worked, what felt natural, and how it changed the dynamics of the conversation. By practicing this skill, you'll not only embody Stoic principles, but also unlock a quiet power that commands respect effortlessly. 2.4. Staying non-reactive in adversity. Building on the power of eye contact, mastering the art of staying non-reactive in adversity can take your presence to the next level. In a world filled with conflicts, misunderstandings, and criticism, how you respond to these challenges defines not only your character, but also how others perceive and respect you. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, reminds us of this profound truth. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This principle emphasizes that while you cannot control external circumstances, you can always control your reactions. Imagine a tense situation. A team meeting where a colleague criticizes your approach in front of others. The natural human instinct might be to defend yourself immediately, raise your voice, or retaliate with a cutting remark. But consider an alternative scenario. Instead of reacting impulsively, you take a deep breath, hold a calm posture, and respond with measured words. I appreciate your feedback. Let's discuss this further to find the best solution. This simple yet powerful act of emotional control not only diffuses the tension, but also earns you the respect of your peers. By choosing not to react emotionally, you project strength, maturity, and self-confidence, qualities that command admiration. The ability to stay non-reactive is not innate. It is a skill that requires practice and intentionality. One practical technique to cultivate this skill is the pause and breathe method. The next time you feel anger, frustration, or fear rising within you, pause for a few seconds and take a slow, deep breath. This brief moment of mindfulness gives you the space to assess the situation objectively and choose a response that aligns with your values. For instance, when faced with a rude customer, instead of snapping back, use the pause to remind yourself that their behavior reflects their state of mind, not yours. This practice not only preserves your inner peace, but also demonstrates a level of composure that others can't help but respect. Consider the story of Ethan, a quiet but diligent employee at a marketing firm. During a high-stakes presentation, one of his colleagues interrupted him, pointing out a supposed flaw in his strategy. The room grew silent, anticipating a heated exchange. But Ethan, instead of reacting defensively, paused, smiled slightly, and responded, "Thank you for highlighting that. Let's address it together to strengthen the plan." His calm demeanor shifted the tone of the meeting, turning a potential conflict into a collaborative discussion. Ethan's reaction showcased his self-control and problem-solving mindset, leaving a lasting impression on his team. Stoicism teaches us that adversity is not something to fear, but an opportunity to practice resilience and grow stronger. Marcus Aurelius viewed challenges as stepping stones, famously writing, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." By embracing this mindset, you can transform every criticism or setback into a chance to refine your character and demonstrate your inner strength. Incorporating this principle into daily life requires consistent effort. Start small by reflecting on your reactions to minor annoyances. Did a delayed train or a critical comment ruin your mood? If so, ask yourself, was the reaction helpful? How could you handle a similar situation better in the future? Over time, this self-reflection will sharpen your ability to remain non-reactive, even in more challenging circumstances. Here's a simple exercise to deepen this practice. At the end of each day, write down one moment when you faced adversity and analyze how you responded. Were you reactive or composed? What could you have done differently? This habit not only fosters awareness, but also helps you internalize the Stoic principle of controlling your mind over external events. It's also important to remember that staying non-reactive doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or ignoring problems. Instead, it's about channeling your emotions constructively and addressing issues with clarity and purpose. Picture a captain navigating a stormy sea. Panicking won't calm the waters, but staying focused and steady ensures the ship stays on course. Similarly, your calm response in difficult situations anchors those around you, building trust and respect. Now take a moment to reflect. How do you usually handle conflict or criticism? Do you react impulsively, or do you pause and choose your response? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights could inspire someone else to approach adversity with greater composure. Finally, let's explore a short fictional dialogue to illustrate this concept. Colleague A: your idea is completely unrealistic. I don't know why you even brought it up. You, after a brief pause: thank you for sharing your perspective. Could you help me understand what specifically concerns you about the idea? Perhaps we can refine it together. This response transforms the conversation from a confrontation into a collaboration. It showcases emotional intelligence, a quality that not only diffuses tension, but also fosters mutual respect. By practicing non-reactivity, you not only protect your peace, but also set an example for others. Over time, people will come to admire your ability to remain calm under pressure, viewing you as a source of stability and wisdom. As you navigate the challenges of life, remember the words of Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. So here's your challenge. The next time you face adversity, pause, breathe, and choose a response that reflects your best self. Then, come back to this post and share your story. Let's inspire one another to embody the strength and composure of a true Stoic. 2.5. Developing listening skills. Building on the importance of staying non-reactive in adversity, let's now explore an equally transformative skill: the art of listening. In a world where many speak but few truly listen, the ability to lend an attentive ear can set you apart, earning both respect and trust. As Seneca wisely observed, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This timeless principle underscores the Stoic belief in valuing understanding over dominance in communication. Imagine a scenario. You're in a meeting where tensions are running high. Ideas clash, voices overlap, and frustration grows. Instead of adding to the chaos, you pause and listen attentively to each perspective. After the dust settles, you summarize the key points and propose a thoughtful solution. The room quiets, and your colleagues nod in agreement. Your decision to listen, rather than dominate the conversation, not only diffuses tension, but also positions you as a respected and reliable voice. Listening isn't just a passive act. It's an active engagement that requires focus and empathy. A skilled listener hears not only words, but also the emotions behind them. Consider a leader who takes time to understand their employees' challenges before making decisions. By listening to their concerns, this leader builds trust, fosters collaboration, and creates a culture of mutual respect. This approach aligns perfectly with the Stoic idea of treating others with dignity and seeking harmony in relationships. But how can you cultivate such impactful listening skills? Start by practicing mindful listening. Set aside 5 minutes daily to engage with someone close to you, a friend, a colleague, or a family member. During this time, focus entirely on what they're saying without interrupting or forming judgments. This practice not only deepens your connections, but also sharpens your ability to understand different perspectives. A personal story brings this idea to life. Sarah, a quiet yet dedicated team member, often felt overlooked in her workplace. One day, during a challenging project, she decided to listen intently to her team's frustrations and aspirations without offering immediate solutions. After carefully understanding their concerns, she presented a plan that addressed their needs. Her ability to listen and synthesize feedback earned her recognition as a thoughtful leader, and her once quiet presence became a source of strength for her team. Effective listening also involves asking clarifying questions that demonstrate genuine interest. For instance, if someone shares a concern, you might respond with, "That sounds challenging. Can you tell me more about how it's affecting you?" This not only shows empathy, but also encourages deeper dialogue, creating an environment where others feel valued and understood. Here's an exercise to integrate this principle into your daily life. In your next conversation, focus on maintaining eye contact, nodding to show engagement, and reflecting back key points to ensure you've understood correctly. For example, if a friend shares their career dilemma, you could say, "So, you're deciding whether to take a new opportunity that seems exciting but uncertain. Is that right?" This simple act of reflection can transform a casual chat into a meaningful exchange. Listening also helps you grow as an individual. Every conversation is an opportunity to learn, whether it's gaining new insights, broadening your perspective, or understanding human nature. Think about the last time someone truly listened to you. How did it make you feel? Likely valued, respected, and connected. Now, imagine the impact you can have by offering that same gift to others. As a historical example, Mahatma Gandhi was renowned not only for his leadership, but also for his exceptional listening skills. He made it a point to understand the aspirations and struggles of the people he served, which enabled him to lead with wisdom and compassion. His legacy reminds us that listening is not just a communication tool, it's a bridge to understanding and change. Now, let's take a moment for self-reflection. When was the last time you truly listened to someone without distraction or judgment? How did it affect the relationship? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story could inspire others to embrace the transformative power of listening. In professional settings, listening can be a superpower. Picture a manager conducting a one-on-one meeting with an employee. Instead of dominating the conversation with directives, the manager asks open-ended questions and listens carefully to the employee's thoughts and aspirations. This approach not only strengthens the working relationship, but also uncovers valuable insights that benefit the organization as a whole. But listening isn't limited to words. It extends to observing non-verbal cues, such as tone, facial expressions, and body language. These subtle signals often reveal emotions that words cannot. For instance, if a colleague says, "I'm fine," but avoids eye contact and has a slumped posture, their body language suggests otherwise. By noticing and addressing these cues, you show a deeper level of care and understanding. To close, remember that listening is both an art and a skill, one that requires intention, practice, and patience. It's a quiet yet powerful way to earn respect and build meaningful connections. As Seneca reminds us, listening twice as much as we speak is not just good advice. It's a guide to living harmoniously with others. So, here's your challenge. Dedicate 5 minutes today to truly listen to someone in your life. Whether it's a colleague sharing their ideas, a friend expressing their worries, or a family member recounting their day, give them your full attention. Then, reflect on how the experience made both of you feel and share your insights in the comments. Together, let's embrace the power of listening and create a world where everyone feels heard and valued. 2.6. Embracing Stoic principles for long-term respect. Building on the foundation of listening, let's delve into how embracing Stoic principles can solidify long-term respect in your personal and professional life. Stoicism, with its timeless wisdom, emphasizes living with integrity, simplicity, and self-discipline, qualities that not only earn respect, but also inspire others to emulate them. This philosophy isn't about short-term admiration. It's about cultivating a life so grounded in values that respect becomes a natural byproduct. Imagine a leader who embodies the Stoic principle of living simply. They avoid ostentatious displays of wealth and power, choosing instead to focus on the essentials, fulfilling their commitments, treating others with dignity, and staying true to their word. Such individuals exude an aura of quiet strength that commands respect without the need for loud proclamations. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, captured this beautifully when he said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Instead of seeking external validation, Stoics prioritize internal harmony, which naturally attracts admiration. To integrate Stoicism into your daily life, start with simplicity. In a world that often glorifies excess, simplicity is a radical yet refreshing approach. Simplify your goals, focusing on what truly matters. For instance, instead of chasing every opportunity, choose the ones aligned with your values and strengths. This not only streamlines your efforts but also enhances your impact, making others view you as a person of depth and clarity. Another cornerstone of Stoicism is keeping one's commitments. Think about how often people make promises they fail to keep. Each broken commitment chips away at trust, diminishing respect. A Stoic, however, values their word as a bond. Picture a colleague who never overcommits but always delivers on their promises, no matter how small. Their reliability becomes a hallmark of their character, earning them long-lasting respect. What commitments have you made recently? Reflect on how keeping them can reinforce your reputation and trustworthiness. Self-control, another vital Stoic tenet, is equally important in earning respect. In moments of adversity, maintaining composure demonstrates strength and resilience. Consider the story of a manager whose team faced a sudden crisis. While others panicked, the manager remained calm, focusing on actionable solutions. Their ability to lead with a steady hand not only resolved the issue, but also cemented their position as a respected leader. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But how can you cultivate these Stoic qualities consistently? A powerful tool is journaling, a practice recommended by nearly every Stoic philosopher. Begin each day by reflecting on your values and intentions. Ask yourself, what challenges might I face today? How can I respond in alignment with my principles? In the evening, revisit these reflections. What did you do well? What could you improve? This habit not only fosters self-awareness, but also keeps you grounded in your values. Journaling also helps you identify patterns in your behavior, enabling you to make conscious adjustments. For example, if you notice that impatience often leads to conflict, you can actively work on cultivating patience in those moments. Over time, this self-discipline shapes your character, making you someone others respect, not just for what you achieve, but for who you are. Let's illustrate this with a fictional dialogue. Alex: "You always seem so composed, even when things go wrong. How do you do it?" Jordan, smiling: "I keep a journal. Every day I ask myself what kind of person I want to be and reflect on how well I lived up to that. It keeps me accountable." This simple yet profound practice exemplifies the Stoic commitment to self-improvement. Another essential aspect of Stoicism is treating others with kindness and fairness, regardless of their behavior. Epictetus reminds us, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Imagine a scenario where a colleague unfairly criticizes you. Instead of retaliating, you address their concerns calmly and constructively. This response not only diffuses tension, but also showcases your integrity, earning respect even from those who may have doubted you. Respect rooted in Stoicism also extends to how you handle success and failure. A true Stoic remains humble in triumph and resilient in defeat. Reflect on how often arrogance after success or despair after failure diminishes a person's character. By maintaining balance and grace in both situations, you set an example of strength and maturity that others can't help but admire. Now, let's engage. When was the last time you consciously embodied a Stoic principle, whether through simplicity, self-control, or kindness? How did it impact the situation and the way others perceived you? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience could inspire someone else to adopt Stoic practices in their own life. As we conclude this section, remember that Stoic principles are not abstract ideals. They are practical tools for navigating life with integrity and purpose. Living true to these principles requires consistency and effort, but the rewards are immeasurable. Respect, trust, and admiration follow naturally when your actions consistently reflect your values. So here's a challenge. Dedicate 5 minutes tonight to writing in a journal. Reflect on how you lived today and what you can improve tomorrow. This small step could be the beginning of a transformative journey toward becoming the person you aspire to be. Stoicism teaches us that long-term respect isn't about seeking approval. It's about embodying values that inspire it. Let your actions and character speak louder than words, and the respect you earn will be both genuine and enduring. Respect isn't something you can force or demand. It's a reflection of how you live, the values you uphold, and the consistency of your actions. It's not about speaking louder or trying to impress. It's about embodying calmness, self-control, and integrity in everything you do. As Stoic philosophy teaches us, respect is not demanded. It's earned through calmness, self-control, and consistent action. Now, it's your turn to take the first step. What Stoic principle will you apply today to earn respect? Will you harness the power of silence, lead through action, or develop the art of listening? Comment below, and let's start a conversation about how you can make these principles a part of your daily life. If you found value in this video, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like, share it with someone who needs this, and subscribe to our channel for more life-changing Stoic lessons. Your journey to becoming the calm, confident, and respected person you aspire to be starts now. Remember, every small action you take today builds the foundation for the respect and admiration you'll receive tomorrow. Let's make the world a more Stoic place, one action at a time. See you in the next video.